Hi there and welcome back. I know we are officially the second week of September, but I am sharing my August empties with you today. If you missed my August purchases, you can get to that video by tapping the link in the description box below. I published that video 3 days ago on Tuesday. Also, don't forget every single month, right about the last week or within the first couple of days, I send out a newsletter with my purchases for the month, and my husband throws his in there as well. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, please take care of that by using the link below. As always, everything that I share with you today will be linked in the description box as well as on the corresponding blog post, which is always your top link to shop from. Also, if you like what's in my handbag or what's in my purse videos, that came out just about a week and a half ago, and that's always fun, so check that out as well. So everything that I share with you today most often is going to be on repeat, and it's something that I would repurchase because I am that creature of habit. You know, if you watched my recent What I Eat in a Day, I like everything kind of, habitual, right? Habitual. So if there's something I wouldn't purchase again, I will share that with you, but for the most part, everything is always on repeat. So without further ado, let's dive into my empties for the month of August. Emptied my Estrodiol patch. I am on 0.025 milligrams and I apply a new patch every third day. Used up a fantastic skin product that is new to the repertoire, and I will talk more about this in the upcoming beauty event that I'm hosting. This is the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. B5 is great for our skin. You can take it in supplement form, but it is also great as a topical. Of course, you know I cut it open, but this is a great product, and I have a certain time of the day that I use this, and I think it's really been a great new addition. And again, I'll talk about that on September 20th in the live. Used up a CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. This has hyaluronic acid in it, which is great for moisturizing. I absolutely love this moisturizer. I don't only use it in the night. I will use it during the day as well, depending on when I shower and do my skincare. And if you want more information on that, I do have a skincare video that I published earlier this year where I talk about how some days I may only actually be doing one skincare treatment. So watch that, but I will cover all of this more in depth on the 20th. But I love this product. I actually talked about it a couple of days ago here on YouTube when I shared my recent purchases. I had already picked up another one, so fantastic product. I used up a container of the L'Oreal Ever Pure sulfate-free glossing shampoo that you know I cut open. Used this up, definitely liked it. I still have the conditioner in my shower. I go through shampoo much faster than I do conditioner because every time I wash my hair, I do 2 rounds. And I don't do 2 rounds of conditioning, but I did like this as a drugstore option, although my Matrix Instacure that I talked about in Tuesday's video, I think I paid about the same price when Ulta ran their BOGO sale, but I still love the Matrix Instacure. I do think it's nice to have 2 shampoo and conditioners to alternate with, but I would say the Matrix Instacure is probably my favorite, but I definitely would recommend giving this Ever Pure glossing shampoo and conditioner a try. It is a lovely product. I was very pleased with it. Emptied an Opal Essence Go Teeth Whitening box. I actually haven't completely emptied this. I've only used 2 out of the box, but I take these out and I store them. I am now using 1 per week just because of the cost. I am on an auto ship on these. I think it's about every 3 months, but sometimes I have to go in and adjust and have the box sent to me a little sooner. But there's what I think 10 in here, and I do 1 per week. But yeah, it's costly, but to me it is worth it. I talk quite frequently about how I believe keeping your teeth nice and white just really is an attractive aesthetic look, but that is just my opinion. Used up and already repurchased a Neural Mag Magnesium L-threonate. Also replenished a B12 that I emptied. Emptied a Transparent Labs BCAA glutamine in sour green apple. I am on an auto ship unless I pause it for 2 of these tubs per month. They typically last me about a month and a half, so often it will work out that periodically I do skip a month, but I have been incorporating this supplement for years, as you know if you follow me, and I will continue. I used up some Lumify eye drops. I do use eye drops to just kind of brighten and whiten my eyes on filming days. So I typically do 2 drops in each eye, and I only use these again on filming days. I don't know why, I just feel like they brighten the whites of my eyes, and I think it's more flattering in video. Emptied or somewhat emptied a Neutrogena Makeup Remover Ultra Soft Cleansing Towelettes. I say that because I have a recycled container from many years ago that had the Neutrogena cleansing towelettes, but not in the singles. This is how I used to buy it, and I used to use these at home for makeup removal. I kept these containers, and what I do is I store the singles inside here, and I keep it in a linen closet, and then again, I periodically stock my on-the-road PM skincare bag, and I periodically stock the upstairs or second floor guest bathroom if I will have guests staying. I haven't had any guests in a while, so I haven't had to replenish that. So technically, I'm not empty on this, but I did empty the bag, and I wanted to show it to you because I store them in this little container. Used up an EOS Shea Butter 24 Moisture Body Lotion in Vanilla Cashmere, and you know I cut it open. I think I got a solid 3 days out of using this for my whole entire body after cutting it open. So be sure to cut open your products if you want to extend the use of them. This was good. It worked great. It definitely moisturized. It checked off all of the boxes that I look for in a drugstore body lotion. I know this is a popular body lotion. I believe my 5th daughter, Chloe, uses this. And I just thought I would give it a try. I don't know if I will repurchase. I mean, again, it checks off all the boxes. It's a pleasant smell. I mean, nothing compares to my L'Occitane products, but I don't use my L'Occitane milk concentrate every single day because it would be too costly to do that. So I'm always incorporating a drugstore body lotion. Let me know if you have a favorite drugstore body lotion that I can try. I think right now I am back to the St. Ives Collagen and Elastin, which I've always loved that. It's fragrance free. It's just a great drugstore lotion. And as you know, I do use my L'Occitane Supple Skin Oil with my body lotion every single day, year round. So that I do use every single day. What I don't use every single day is the L'Occitane Milk Concentrate. I am wearing it today. I will share that. So on Get Ready days, I do wear it, and I will have all of these products linked. Used up a supplement. This is zinc in 15 milligrams. Also emptied this package of whiteout. This is correction tape that I use for journaling, sometimes even on my note cards if I make a mistake. And then I pulled the last one out of here to put with the giveaway for the Living on Purpose Bible study, the Purpose-Driven Life. I had a giveaway last month, and in that giveaway, I wanted all of the components that I used when I first read the Purpose-Driven Life and journaled. So emptied one of those. Here's my daily word, daily devotional for July and August. This is a publication. I'm probably on about year 3 getting this, and I read every single day's entries. This is the only daily devotional that comes in a booklet form that I use. And then I also read the God Speak daily devotional, but that is a download. I will have links to both the Daily Word and the God Speak devotional in the description box. Also, I always share my daily devotionals on Instagram stories if I feel it's something that really spoke to me or I feel it would speak to many of you. Emptied a cream of rice cereal. I eat this post-training in the morning. It is a fast digesting carbohydrate, and that is typically my preference over a slow digesting post-training. The rest of the day, I like my slow digesting carbohydrates. Be sure to watch my video from last month, Diet Q&A, where I answered your questions if you want to just talk about diet or if you missed that. I used up a can of my favorite Tracy Extra Hold hairspray. I love the can size 7.8 ounces because I like it to be smaller, and I like the diameter versus the jumbo one. I already have another one over here, and I have been using this for years. Already repurchased my niacinamide serum. This is a go-to product. I use this every single day in my skincare routine and already picked up a new one. Emptied a Colleen Rothschild Balancing Gel Cleanser. This is a lovely cleanser. I believe this was sent to me. Periodically, I will get a PR box from Colleen Rothschild, typically if I share one of her products in here. And I do love all things Colleen Rothschild. This is a great cleanser. I would highly recommend it. I did not repurchase it. During the Nordstrom anniversary sale in July, I picked up a cleanser that I used years ago and just loved it, but it's kind of pricey, but I just decided to take the splurge and pick it up again. It is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser. Now, it is considered exfoliate, right? So exfoliating, and there are some little exfoliating granules in them, but I do not use this as like a scrub, like one of my scrubs. I will actually have the scrub that I'm using in my shower for my face linked. This is just an everyday cleanser. I do use this every single day, sometimes twice per day, depending on how many skincare treatments I am doing. And I will definitely be talking a lot more about these products and what I'm currently doing next week, Saturday, September 20th, in the All Things Beauty event that I am hosting. I highly encourage you join me that morning to talk all things beauty. I will be talking about what products I am using, especially active ingredients, what treatments and procedures I'm currently doing and planning to do in the future, what I've done in the past, and what my thoughts are. We're also going to talk a little bit about makeup if you would like to. I'm there to answer your questions and help you. But here's what I'm not there to do. Push my agenda or what I am doing, because that will serve no one. We are all coming from a certain place when it comes to our skin, and we all have a goal to go somewhere. Where I'm solid is helping you identify what you could potentially benefit from or who to resource to get your information to find out what would work for you. So I may share with you that I didn't love maybe a specific treatment that I did, but I'm not necessarily going to defer you from doing it, because it's all about where you're coming from, maybe your age, and what your goals are. So it's always about what concerns are we treating. It's important to know what your concerns are, not what someone else would look at you and see. That's insignificant. What are my concerns? I know my concerns, and that is what I treat. I treat my concerns. I don't do what everyone else is doing. So we're going to talk a lot about that. But we will definitely be covering active ingredients, what active ingredients maybe you will want to look into using. Also, again, treatments and procedures, what perhaps could provide you with some of the results you're looking for, and how to kind of tune out the noise of the world and be a savvy consumer, not falling prey to all the top expensive brands that people are basically getting paid to talk about. And I get it. I get it. This is the business. That's what they do. But we will uncover a lot, and I so want you to join me. That live event will be recorded. Every one of you, whether you attend the live or not, will get a link to that recording within a couple of days so you can refer back to it. So super excited. I'm also going to have my tips page, like little cheat beauty hacks that I believe in. But yes, we will uncover whatever you would like, but just know you are coming so that I can help you move the needle with your skincare based on your concerns and your goals, not on mine. Now, this is not quite empty, but it's so close that I thought I would share it so that I can share it. This is my bar soap, and I shared a few months ago how Paul and I got turned on to the Kirkland bar soap after staying at my sister's house in Pinehurst, North Carolina. This is the bar soap that she has in her showers, and we both really loved it. So I searched her cabinets and found a box, and it's just a basic Kirkland bar soap. Kirkland is sold at Costco. We don't have a Costco membership, but we were able to find it online, and it comes like this. Now, I am a bar soap girl, and again, here's the little remnant. But I do use my bar soap with the L'Occitane shower oil, and this is almond. I've used this and talked about it for years, and this is getting low, but I just wanted to share it with you. And I am curious, let me know in the comment section below if you are a soap bar bather or shower, if that's a word, or if you are a liquid. So I kind of would say I'm a combination. You may recall many years ago, I used the L'Occitane almond soap. It was called the Delicious soap. I'll have it linked. I believe it's still available. But to save a little bit of money, I got away with it. Also, what do you use? I'm curious because my business manager, Haley, and I had this discussion last month after we filmed the video items or products that we could not live without, and we would be so bummed if they got discontinued. I'll have that video link. That's a great video, so check it out. But afterwards, because she had shared her favorite shower soap, which is literally just drugstore, it's by Dial, I said I'm always curious if more people use a liquid soap or a bar soap, and then what do you use? Do you use like an exfoliating loofah, or like me, I've used exfoliating gloves? But earlier this week when I shared my August purchases video, I shared a little gadget that I picked up after being inspired by Haley. So I'm filming this portion of my Empties video before giving that a try, but by the time this video publishes, I will have made my decision on whether or not I like the item. But anyway, both the shower oil and the Kirkland bar soap will be linked. I used up a supplement that I won't be repurchasing, as I was working with a couple of healthcare providers to try to figure out some issues I've been having with inflammation in the body. One of the providers had encouraged me to give colostrum a try. And so I did pick it up and I used it. I used one full canister. I didn't really notice anything different, and it's just another expense to add another supplement. So I did not repurchase this. And since she had encouraged me to give this a try, other blood work results came back, and now we truly know what's going on and what supplements I need to take to troubleshoot that area or that issue. Used up my Trader Joe's Mushroom and Company multi-purpose umami seasoning blend. I've been purchasing this for years just to top on a lot of my food. It's 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 0 protein. There's a little bit of sodium in it, but sodium is not a concern of mine because I know that I do not have too much sodium in my diet. Emptied some vitamin B6. I will not be repurchasing this only because I had to pick up 3 new supplements for the recent blood work results where I tested positive for a couple variants. So I'm scaling back on other supplements. This one I gave a try, didn't notice anything. It's pregnenolone. My therapist, who is the same age as me, shared that her OB-GYN had recommended she take this to help with kind of that brain fog and memory type stuff that we often struggle with during the menopause years. But I didn't notice any difference with this. I'm actually hoping that the 3 new supplements that I take will help with some of that issue. I put this little scrubby, this is the kitchen scrubbies that I use, and this one's kind of falling apart. I do wash these. I throw them in with my whites, and then I try to remember to pull them out and let them air dry instead of throwing them in the dryer. But this is just my little scrubbies of choice. I like that they're just plain white and I can bleach them. And one side has a rougher side. I believe they come in like maybe a 6-pack. I'll have it linked, but I always have one of these that I'm using, and I would say that I probably go through about 2 of these per week before I wash. So I'm really good about maintaining upkeep on stuff like that, kind of like my pillowcase. Although I wash my sheets about every 3 weeks, and I have a system where I stay on top of reminding myself when that 3-week mark will be here, I change my pillowcase every single time I wash my hair. So I'm really good about some of that stuff, but I do keep my scrubbies nice and clean. Have you ever been to someone's house before and like the dishcloth stinks and like the scrubby it's like growing things? Yeah, that grosses me out. I'm just being honest. I don't even know. Can I just say how ridiculous this is if you can see this? It is ridiculous that I keep my lip pencils down to, literally look at this, down to where you can't even pull it out. You can't even pull it out. Oh, I got it. I mean, I literally use these stubs. They're like stubs. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of MAC Whirl. And this is the Palladio Rose, which are my 2 most frequently used. lip pencils, but it's ridiculous that I do that. It's just, there's something hardwired and ingrained in me, and I'm sure it stems from childhood, that I cut open these packages, that I scrape everything out. Like, it's okay, it's empty, throw it out, right? Who is with me? Let me know. But anyway, I will have those products linked, and we're just going to consider these empties, but don't be surprised if you still see me using them. I mean, I know, maybe this one, and maybe this one, but I know I can still get some out of at least 4 of these, and I definitely am on a mission to do so. Like every Empties, razor cartridge refill for my Mach 3 razor, which again is a man's razor. I share that every time. Oh, another favorite, the L'Occitane Milk Concentrate. This is my absolute favorite body lotion, but it is very pricey, so I don't use it every single day. I save it for days like today when I get fully ready, which is usually 2 days per week. I just use more of a drugstore quality body lotion like this one here, which is also empty, and this is the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream. This is what I would use, or anything else that I have that is more drugstore, on just other typical days. Paul also uses this, believe it or not, on the body. And he also uses this product on his face every single day. I do not use this. I have in the past, but this is not what I am currently using. I will have the facial moisturizer with hyaluronic acid that I am currently using by CeraVe. But this is just such a great item. I've been talking about it for years. I love it. Every once in a while, someone will gift me one of these, like one of you, like a follower or a subscriber or a client. And I'm always so grateful, because this is, out of all the L'Occitane products, this is my favorite because it's so splurgy, and it's hard to cough up the money. So it really is just a lovely gift. It comes in a beautiful box. So if you are looking just for a beautiful gift for someone, this would make a lovely one. And hopefully they would know that you really did go all out in purchasing it. Finished up an Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. This is actually in shade 3N1, and why it is empty is because I poured it into my 2N1 shade that is more my year-round shade, because I don't do any tanning. I do anything I can to avoid the sun, or I wear sunscreen. I frost myself in sunscreen to avoid or to protect my skin. So because of that, I pretty much can get away with 2N1 Desert Beige, which this is a neutral. So the letter that's in the center of the number for the shade will indicate whether it's warm, cool, or neutral. And I am more of a neutral. I am a cool-toned winter, but when it comes to makeup, I can wear neutral shades. And this is a beautiful one. But because I am in the sun a lot because of all my walking, and although I always have SPF on, I do have a little bit of color. I don't have any tan lines, but I do have a hint of color. So I had some of this left, and what I did is I just poured it in here, and then I shook this up, and it's really just a perfect shade. Emptied some Pilot pens. These are the G2 Extra Fine 0.5 millimeter, and believe it or not, in black ink. I know I've shared many times I am a blue ink fan, but I've kind of transferred to black, believe it or not. So I still use the blue right here, but for my journaling purposes, I use the Sharpie fine pen that I shared in my purpose-driven life, journaling, all of that. I really like that style for journaling, but I also do put these to use, but I also put the blue to use. And I also always have a super Sharpie on me. I will just link them all, but this is empty. Always on repeat in my empties and my purchases is the Beverly International UMP, which is Ultimate Muscle Protein. This is a casein whey protein. It is an 80-20 blend. I always buy the cookies and cream. It is my favorite. I also emptied and usually do a Transparent Labs BCAA glutamine in sour green apple. This is a subscription that I get about every month and a half, and 2 canisters come. Many years under my belt incorporating this supplement. I finished an opalescence whitening toothpaste in Cool Mint. This actually, I believe, came with one of my whitening kits that I'll be sharing with you. It was great. I actually have another whitening toothpaste that I just recently picked up. I will have that linked because I don't believe that made it in time for Tuesday's purchases video. It will be in my September purchases, but I will link the other one that I picked up that is another great whitening toothpaste. I don't always go with a whitening because I whiten my teeth, but once in a while, it's something new. But I would recommend this. We have a scalpel here. This is the Med Pride number 10 that I use to dermaplane my face. I have an old video where I walk you through how I use this. I still use the same one and I replace them periodically, and I typically use this 1 time per week. I actually did it this morning, so I will generally do it on a makeup wearing day, and I used a brand new one today, and nope, I didn't cut myself because I am used to doing it. I also throughout the year do get a couple in-office dermaplanings done, especially before a treatment. But it's still, I think it's like $75. So when you do it at home, I can save that cost, but I will do a couple per year. I just find they get a little bit closer blade than what I get at home, so it is a nice treat. And I'll talk more about all the things that I enjoy to do in the upcoming live beauty event that I'm probably talking about several times in here because this video is always being filmed all throughout the month. I used up a couple of mascaras that I absolutely love. A longtime favorite one I would highly recommend is the It Cosmetics Superhero in Waterproof. I used to use this in the original. In fact, I currently do have the It Cosmetics Superhero in the original, and I will share with you, great product, but someone turned me on to the waterproof version and it does hold my curl better. But stay tuned, I have to share something with you. But first, before I do, I also used up a YSL Lash Clash mascara. This is a fantastic mascara, pricey. Definitely, I would say the It Cosmetics is such a great base mascara. It defines the lashes and I would say gives them some length and definitely holds the curl. What I liked about the Lash Clash is it's kind of that final step where it has that buildable or thickening to the lashes. So I would recommend both of these, but here's what I have to share. I picked up a drugstore mascara that cost $4.99 by Essence. It's called Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is not waterproof. I do believe they offer a waterproof in this mascara. Today was the first day I tried it and I only used this mascara. So I didn't go with the second one. As you know, I typically always use 2 mascaras, but I wanted to give this mascara a fair shake. So today I used only this mascara and I loved it. I already knew that I would like the wand. It reminds me a lot of the It Cosmetics wand, and that is my preferred wand. So it reminds me a lot of the Superhero. It held the curl fantastically, so I'm thrilled about that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I literally love it. I think moving forward, I could get by without this, although I usually pick up the It Cosmetics when it's on sale. So I only spend maybe like $12.50. I think I spent $12.50 on my last one that I bought. But $4.99 in such a great mascara. Please give it a try and let me know. Let me know what you think, because I feel like I could just get away with this. I can do without this. I can do without this, and I can save myself money. I'm blown. Love it. Can't talk high enough about it. Used up a PB2 original powdered peanut butter in the jumbo. I love this stuff in my protein shake that I make with my almond milk, ice, and my cookies and cream protein powder. Well, there you have it, my empties for the month of August. Let me know what favorite product or item I shared with you today that you too have been turned on to because of me mentioning it, and what it is. I'd love to hear that and share it with the community. Don't forget to get yourself registered for next Saturday, September 20th, Ageless Beauty Blueprint event that I am hosting live on Zoom. As always, it will be recorded if you cannot attend a live. Boy, we are going to unpack a lot, and you will get a complete, beautiful packet with all the skincare, all the supplements, treatments, everything. It's going to be amazing. I know that I have talked about this event all throughout this video, so I'm just really pumped about it, and I look forward. I think it's the perfect time of the year going into the fall. So perfect time for new routines and get motivated and inspired when it comes to ageless beauty. And it is for all ages. So hope to see you there. Don't forget, links to everything down below. Click that top link, the corresponding blog post, to shop at a better place. All right, thanks for being here. Take care.